Welcome back to the details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi paid an inspection tour on Sunday at El Mesa Resort in New Alamein City after Eid al-Adha prayers. President al-Sisi was accompanied by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, Minister of Defense General Mohammed Zaki, as well as a number of ministers and high-ranking officials. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said that President al-Sisi was briefed on a detailed explanation about the different components of the resort, as he also watched a documentary film about El Mesa. The head of the state witnessed the development of the establishment process in the city in the resort, including the housing towers, commercial malls, the biggest hotel in North Coast, and the marina yachts. Also on Sunday, President al-Sisi inspected through the airplane the greenhouses projects in Mohammed Naguib military base. Earlier, President al-Sisi performed the Eid prayers in Al Masa Mosque in the New Alamein city. The prayers were led by the Mufti of the Republic, Dr. Shawqi Alam. The prayers were attended by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, Speaker of the Parliament, Councillor Ali Abdel Al, Minister of Defense General Mohammed Zaki, as well as a number of cabinet ministers and leading army and police commanders. Also, a number of police and army officers were there. After performing the prayers, Al-Mufti delivered the Eid sermon, which focused on the values of sacrifice, patience, and obeying the commands of Allah, in a clear reference to the orders of Allah to Prophet Abraham to slaughter his son Ishmael, and the obedience of the Prophet to the order. Alam said the Egyptian army and police sacrificed for the sake of the homeland to protect the country from terrorism. Al-Mufti also added that ever since the dawn of history, the Egyptian people have been known for being able to face challenges and rumors and target the security and stability of their homeland. At the end of the sermon, Al-Mufti prayed to God Almighty to protect and to preserve Egypt, its people, leadership, army and police, and that security and stability would prevail all over the country. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi extended his best wishes to Egyptians on his official Twitter account, congratulating them on Eid al-Adha. Meanwhile, First Lady Intisar al-Sisi sent her greatest wishes to the Egyptian people. On her official Facebook account, the First Lady said, Eid al-Adha carry through its blessed days the pleasure and upgrades the values of compassion and tolerance. In the same context, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received cables of greetings from Minister of Defense General Mohammed Zaki, Parliament Speaker Dr. Ali Abdel Al, Mufti of the Republic Shawqi Alam, and Hussein Zain, the head of the National Media Authority, as well as other high-ranking officials, in which they asked God to bless Egypt with peace and stability and wishing a happy Eid for all Egyptians. Meanwhile, the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Al-Imam Al-Akbar Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib, Pope Tawadros II, the head of the Coptic Orthodox Church, have offered their greetings to President al-Sisi and the Egyptian people on the occasion of Al-Eid. In a statement on Saturday, Al-Tayyib urged all Arab and Muslim nations to avoid division and said he hoped that peace and stability would prevail in Egypt. Muslims from around the globe hurled pebbles at a giant wall in a symbolic stoning of the devil on Sunday, the start of one of the final parts of the annual Hajj pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia, where nearly 2.5 million pilgrims, mostly from abroad, have arrived for the 5-day pilgrimage, a religious duty once in a lifetime for every able-bodied Muslim who can afford it.
Almost 2.5 million Muslim pilgrims took part Sunday in the stoning of the devil, the last major ritual of the annual Hajj pilgrimage, and one that has in past years led to deadly stampedes. Carrying pebbles in the scorching heat, worshippers made their way across Mina Valley near Mecca in western Saudi Arabia to symbolically humiliate the devil. Under the watchful eyes of security forces, waves of pilgrims clad in white threw 7 stones each at a pillar symbolizing Satan. Muslim tradition holds that pilgrims must throw 7 stones each at a pillar representing Satan on the first day of Eid al-Adha, following 2 days of prayer and meditation. The Hajj, one of the world's largest religious gatherings, this year officially drew 2.49 million pilgrims to Islam's holiest sites in Saudi Arabia. Tens of thousands of security forces, including police and civil defense, have been deployed for Hajj, according to Saudi authorities. Ambulances are mobilized to assist the faithful. Cameras follow their movement. Helicopters constantly fly over this valley of white tents that only comes alive once a year during the Hajj. Large fans sprayed water over the crowd amid soaring temperatures. Saudi Arabia's King Salman made the trip to Mina on Saturday and was seen on state-run television observing worshippers from the window of a high-rise. Muslims traditionally slaughter sheep for the 4-day holiday in tribute to Prophet Abraham's sacrifice of a lamb after God at the last moment spared Ismail, his son. They consume some of the meat and give the rest to poor people unable to buy food.